Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. What's up, nerds?
Not a pretty good week this week.
Yeah.
Pretty good week this week. It's not as exciting as last week, but
I do want to.
We got some good
Yeah,
stuff.
I do want to jump into What If because I want to know what you thought because it was a very dark ride. So we'll tackle the Doctor Strange episode of What If. What's your first impression of that?
I agree. It was dark. It definitely spoke to the human condition of giving in to your own arrogance and or hubris, right?
Yeah.
It's not letting go, not being able to let go, and the consequences of that. And we saw that in the repetitive aspect of him keep trying and trying and trying. And when someone someone who is better than you says you can't change it, don't try to fucking change it.
Well, yeah, and I can tell you, I spoke to a very, very discerning fan, someone we both know who works at a certain comic book store, and he didn't like, the first three because he goes, look, I read every issue of What If. What If was always dark, very dark, so he hasn't been on board. But when he saw this episode, he was like, yes, that's the What If comic. That's how they were. They were extremely dark. And that we got our money's worth on that one, and all the original cast came back to voice their even Rachel McAdams. I don't know how they got her, but bravo. But
wrote a check.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering how much they get paid. It can't be a lot of money for voice work.
For voiceover?
It can't be.
I'm
sure they have more money than
making millions.
No, but I'm sure they have more money than God.
Paycheck.
We know that, Disney and Marvel. But I'm shocked at the amount of number of people that did come back, even for one line.
I'm guessing six figures probably.
Oh, you think?
Well,
Rachel. Well, she had a long episode, so I would say, and of course. What's his name was Cagliostro. I can't pronounce that guy's name. The guy, his friend was in charge of the library that died.
Yeah.
That I believe was his real name was Cagliostro.
No, he was guarding the lost library of Cagliostro.
Yeah, but that was Cagliostro. I did a couple of of research, and that's his alternate name, the one he gave.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, like I said, it definitely speaks to man's arrogance and their inability to let go and thinking that they can control everything about them, and when they can't, they really can't. So
it's funny because in the DC universe, Superman or the Flash just would have ran around and reversed the the polarity of the Earth, but in Marvel they don't do that. So I thought
the thing is, there's a difference though, is that they were trying to change a point that just happened.
No, I know, but Superman, if he just got in a car accident with Lois Lane, and we know from the movie My Favorite Scene, he would have just okay, and it never happened, So I'm just saying that's the difference between the Marvel and the DC.
Yeah, but the thing is, they didn't have the ability to go that far back, though.
No.
See,
it
he
just
went back
happened.
4 years.
No, I know, but I'm saying if Doctor Strange had super speed and he could have done it immediately. I mean, don't forget, Superman was over Lois for most of the day, okay, and he still did it, and we just saw the Flash do it in the Snyder Cut, so.
Yeah, I see. I don't. It's not the same circumstances.
Well, sure it is.
No?
She died in a car wreck with him. He could have went one turn around the
Yeah,
Earth.
but he wasn't Doctor Strange when she died in the car wreck.
Okay, yeah, but I'm just saying, if Superman was in Marvel, that's how it would have been taken care of,
No.
Who's the speedster? Quicksilver? So if it was Quicksilver, boop, it would have been done.
I don't think it would have happened.
Well, he could have. I'm just saying that's the difference. We don't see that in Marvel. We see it in DC all the time, even though you're not supposed to mess with time.
No, but like I said, they were dealing with an immediate situation where he has the crash with her, she dies. He spends 4 years trying to get himself up to where he is the Sorcerer Supreme, and on the anniversary of her death 4 years later, he decides to use the Time Stone and go back.
Actually, no, it was a century he was there. The whole time he was there was a century.
No, I mean originally.
Oh, originally. Oh, okay.
Then he spent a century trying to
absorbing
exactly,
other beings and getting their power.
Exactly. So there was a bit of a difference in that sense where he was trying to erase something. It would be like trying to go back in time and erase Hitler. You know what I mean? you can't go back far back. But as we've discovered in Infinity War and Endgame, when you go back to the past, that past now becomes your future.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect that timeline. So even if him going back changed it, it would have branched a new timeline.
Yeah,
and then the TVA would have had to get involved, and it would have just been chaos, and Doctor Strange would have been
the first appearance of the. We didn't hear the Watcher. We saw the Watcher actually come in.
This is his first interaction.
Yes. And like Strange says, I've sensed you, all along. So.
Well, I'm pretty sure he knew of the Watcher's existence. It's just the Watchers are not supposed to get involved. They're not even supposed to speak to them. And for him to actually speak to Doctor Strange, that is way off. That is like, whoa. Of course, it's what if. So things that happen in the absolute timeline can don't happen in these timelines. So it's like, Uatu said something. That's weird.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright's got the perfect voice for that guy, man. He'd be perfect at a Comic-Con signing photos of that animated Watcher.
I like how they incorporate the Watcher into the background of a lot of the scenes.
Yeah.
Like as a shadow or...
Yeah.
It
reminds me a bit of the McFarlane Spawn cartoon in a way, the way when he's doing his voiceover, in a way, lurking there. Another great...
Very slow and dark.
Animated show.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can't get over Keith David's...
Yeah.
Keith David's voice. I mean, come on.
That came around in 98.
Keith David or David Keith?
Keith David.
Yeah, because there's another actor named David Keith.
Yeah, was in Officer and a Gentleman.
Right.
Yeah, I was in the Bahamas, and we actually, one of the rare resorts we had TV, and I used to run home because it was on at midnight because I was still working. So I used to run home just to watch that thing at 11:30 or midnight in the Bahamas, Spawn, and man, did I love that.
Yeah. And Gargoyles. His voice in Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah.
You never watched Gargoyles?
No, but I just saw it. No, I never watched it, but he just put out a TikTok video where he did all the voices of his main voice characters. I forgot to send it to you. He joined TikTok and Gargoyles was one of them, so I thought of you.
Yeah. No, Gargoyle, he was fantastic as Goliath. Especially when he roars and gets...
Well, same as Spawn.
Yeah, same as Spawn.
God.
It's just, I think he was a lot more emotional in Gargoyles than he portrayed in Spawn. But even still, though, like, if they ever do like a live action Gargoyles like they did Turtles, they have to get him back for the voice.
Yeah.
They have to.
Okay. Let's move on from What If because we forgot last week. Let's just cover in a nutshell the 3 episodes of Heels on Starz, starring Stefan Amell from Arrow and Alexander Ludwig from Vikings. So 3 episodes have aired so far on this show on Starz.
Yeah.
Following like a little wrestling circuit, small wrestling circuit, a family,
small town kind of.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to make it kind of thing.
The father, we just saw in the 3rd episode, we saw how he committed suicide, which was, I guess that's why they had that warning. I'm sure a lot of people were mystified because probably thought he was going to shoot the deer when he went to get his gun, but...
oh, man, that one took me by surprise.
I understood, but that's why they put that warning and the suicide warning in the front of that episode. And, of course, he did it when his little brother was home, as he tells him, "Dad knew you were home."
No.
Don't put him on a pedestal so much.
Yeah. This is really. I like this show. I really like this show. I think it's got a lot of emotion. It's got a lot of grit to it. And I mean, we've all watched WWE, and we've all been like knowing of the storylines, and it's this way, it's that way, it's this way, it's that way. But seeing like the smaller venues, and like I've witnessed some of those here in Montreal, like the IWS. Friends of mine were part owners, and they used to invite us out to go and watch the shows that like one of the bars around here and stuff like that.
We work with one of them.
We work with one of them. Yeah.
Sexy Eddie, shout out Sexy Eddie, Triple X.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, and he was in there, and it was like, so like. Watching the show reminds me so much of seeing these guys and talking with them and whatnot, and I think I like it. I mean, you chime in with how you feel about it, because
No, I like it. I'm just surprised you like it so much because you still haven't watched the excellent Fighting with My Family, the story about Paige. But we'll get around to that. We'll issue a movie challenge where I've got to watch.
You know what? I for some reason I just doesn't.
It's good. Well, you have a choice. I forget. I'll have to
I
watch
think
The
this is
Wraith
sort of
with
like
Charlie
this is
Sheen, and you'll have to.
I think this is sort of like, because it's such an underdog movie, a show. I mean, this is based on real life, right? The Wrestling with My Family.
Yes, yeah, it was a reality show, and then they made it into a movie. Yeah. Paige from the WWE.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, WWE, but this is more interesting because it's not a big WWE thing.
Don't worry, I got another one back up for you. You'll have to watch Brotherhood of the Wolf with Marc Dacascos if you don't want to do that one. Don't worry, I got you. Oh, I don't think you have.
Brotherhood of the Wolf. It sounds
came out around 2003. It's with Vincent Cassel. It's kind of like a like turn of the century, 1800s or late 1800s, and Marc Dacascos plays like a Native American Indian. And it's kind of like a martial art movie, but set in the 1800s. Really cool idea, and I don't want to give too much more. But I don't think you would have passed it. But I know you like Marc Dacascos a lot, as I do. So
yeah, I've seen this.
You have? Wow. Okay.
Dude, I've worked in 4 video stores.
Yeah, I know, but you're a little
I have
picky
seen a
and
lot
choosy,
more than
and
you have.
You poo-poo a lot, which is, again, we're leading up to Ted Lasso. Why, God forbid, I recommend Ted Lasso for you. It's one of the only things you like that I recommend. So, speaking of,
nice segue.
What did you think of Ted Lasso?
While it wasn't as, I guess you could say, deep as some of the other episodes.
Well, we're getting a dark.
But it got a little bit. It got a little bit of there's a little bit of meat to this one.
Well, we're getting a dark ride with Nathan. I'm not necessarily really want to go down that road with Nathan. It's really kind of sad, and I obviously it stems from his father treating him like crap, so he feels he's got to treat.
Yeah, there's some serious
that
things
ending
there,
killed me there when he threw the jersey back, and oh my God, and it threatened the kid. Oh boy, I'm like, oh why?
I mean, it's a classic case of the abused becoming the abuser, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he's obviously, all he wants is, a good word from his father, and his father can't even pull that together, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, he should take heart in his own accomplishments, and I mean, I understand the whole wanting to live up to your father and expectations and so on and so forth, and I think they're going to get him to a point where, Beard stepped in and kind of like said, "You're being an ass,"
Yeah, well, we thought that was fine, but then he read the one negative comment on his feed, which said he's still a loser, and that brought him right back.
Yeah. No,
that's all it took.
It really delved into the thing, and even with Ted trying to confront himself. And Dr. Sharon, she laid it down for him too.
Yeah,
she smacked him down and said, "Hey, do you get paid? Would you coach for free?"
She goes, "Sure would, but do you?
But do you? Do you care about you get paid? But do you care about your players?" Yeah. He got smacked in the face with the fish on that one, and
yep. And Sam and Rebecca had their meet cute, but they still don't know they're texting each other. But to me, that's like a train wreck. I just can't. I want to look away, but I can't because oh God, how's it gonna go? Like what is she gonna do?
Oh, I know. And like at what episode does it derail? Are they gonna take it right to episode 10, or is it gonna
because
hit and then kind of like try to recover after?
They're just, sure, they're getting along great on banter, but they just, I don't know. When you see them in the same scene, like, how's this going to work? They don't seem to have much in common except...
He seems way too nice for her.
Yeah, verbal repartee,
Yeah. So it's definitely got some.
And then if that happened, then her niece would probably get mad at her because she loves Sam.
Oh yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Yeah, no, they've woven something really really intricate here, and it's really really good. But one of my favorite scene was when Jamie said something that made Roy realize what he was doing, and he just fuck and runs off.
Oh yeah, the whole Keeley and Roy thing about
needing some space.
a hairy shadow that she can't shake.
Y'all talking about me? Yeah. Okay.
She's trying to watch her episode of Sex and the City. He's reading a Da Vinci Code. Crikey.
No, I mean I love those two. I love those two as a couple. Everybody's shipping it like big time. It's like when she tells him just go over there and read, and he goes over there and read. It's like, oh man, it's so hot when you do what I tell you to do.
You don't want me to turn you on? Now I do.
I mean, who wouldn't want her to crawl on you? Come on.
There was, speaking of him, I just saw this today. There's some Reddit thread that the people are swearing, of course it's on Reddit, that he's a CGI. Like, they're saying there's certain episodes Roy looks like a CGI. So he actually went on today and there's some kind of emoji now where you could use an emoji talking video.
Yeah.
So he goes on to say in this video how he's not a CGI and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. People really have nothing to do.
I think I saw something similar to it on one of my VFX channels that I watch, and you saw like the transition of the wireframe to the blank dummy to the hair to the
yeah.
But they were goofing around with it, But
this was the first time I seen like an actual emoji talking, like it's like one of those emojis you'd use in your smartphone. This was brought animated, so it looked pretty cool, and he had like the beard and I am not CGI.
I'm not CGI. I'm Roy Kenton. I'm mad all the time.
I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere.
No,
Roy Kent.
These guys are hysterical. Like the smoking room. Yes, the boot room is where the smoking doesn't count.
Yeah, he's putting the butts in the shoes. Oh my God!
Yeah.
What a show!
No, like I said, everything. There's something in every episode, even if it's not a super exciting show or a super, laugh a minute show. There's always something in it.
Yeah, never boring.
Never boring.
No. They don't do those bottle episodes either, I noticed.
No.
Or the the ones where they have to save money, so they stick two people in a room. They don't seem to do those. So that's
no. I mean, they could have done something with just Ted and Trent Krim in the bar.
Yeah,
yeah, quote, wasn't feeling well.
All right. You want to segue into the movie that came out on Disney Plus called Vacation Friends with John Cena?
Vacation Friends. Yeah, I was actually surprised with this movie.
Well, I told you it had a couple of yucks, but again, I know you're very discerning, so I didn't want to... I mean, I'm not going to rave about it, but I think the parts I did like were with John Cena, just, and being, of course, that outrageous couple that, yes, does exist, because I've seen a few of those couples in my years in Club Med, so I thought... I think John Cena is getting better and better at the comedy.
I think he is too. But the one thing I liked about it was that it wasn't on the outrageous side, but he wasn't over the top stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he would say the odd dumb thing with a straight face, like smugly, like these are the only two idiots that smuggle drugs into Mexico, and then he talks about he's not to smuggle in my butt, I mean
yeah. But then he actually was a ranger or Green Beret or whatnot.
Green Beret, yeah. I figured that's how he was going to bond with the dad because there had to be that angle.
Yeah, but I mean, all in all, like I said, I mean, it wasn't a complicated movie. Like, you saw everything coming, right?
Oh yeah.
You weren't surprised by anything. Like, you knew they were going to, show up at the wedding. The the bride and groom were going to get where they were. Marcus and Emily were going to blow up at him, and there's going to be a bit of a thing, and then they're going to go and realize that they were good for them all along, and then go get them, and then they're part of the family, so to speak, and because of them, everybody else becomes more amenable.
Yeah.
You know, it's a cliche formula, because I think there's been several movies like that, right?
Yeah. It didn't really show me anything different, but
No.
I was more focusing on John Cena there. So I think this was
his
funniest movie to date.
You're exactly right. His acting is becoming much more, is becoming much tighter.
Yeah. Oh man, when he makes him eat the mushroom, he's like, "I'm going with you, buddy," and he pops the mushroom. Oh my god!
Hey, that is a friend, man. When
Exactly.
when you've taken illicit drugs, and he's like, "Oh no, you're not doing this alone."
Well, it was actually the mushroom. Remember, he was showing him what's edible because he's a ranger,
Yeah.
and he goes in this thing, a mushroom, and he pops it right away. And he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Don't worry, I got you, buddy. You're not doing this alone. I'm coming with you." He pops it himself. Eats the mushroom. Oh my god!
He almost kills the dog.
Yeah. The
like
jet
I said,
ski, the catamaran, the sailboat. Oh my god!
Oh jeez, yeah. Like
No.
just like the room, like when the room got destroyed, I knew it was.
Yeah, it was
Because
their,
of them.
Jacuzzi overflowing.
Like, at the end, I'm like sitting there going, "Okay, did they totally swap, or was it?"
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that the two girls went at it. I actually thought he he went with John Cena's wife there.
Yeah, and his wife went with John Cena,
Yeah.
but he can't not be out there without showing his ass, eh?
I know, right?
Tighty whities
guys,
and
yeah.
Suicide Squad, and then
Guys
bare
jack-
ass.
Jack
in
like a mofo. And of
Yeah.
course, his the poster for his DC fandom's coming up, and they released the poster for his show Peacemaker. So he's going to have a Peacemaker show on HBO Max. So they just gave us a teaser poster for now.
Yeah.
But if you like the character Peacemaker, well, you're getting a whole series of it.
That's just it. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll check it out. But
I mean, yeah, I'll check it out, but it's like I wasn't crazy about. Well, I wasn't crazy about Suicide Squad.
yeah, that helmet just bothers the heck out of me. I mean, God,
Apparently, everybody talks about it.
he's just he wore it to all the press events and everything, man. The guy's like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. I'm not breaking character till the DVD commentary, I mean, I don't know what he's doing.
Too funny. But no, like I said, it's one of those movies that if you got nothing else to watch, throw it on. There's good yucks in it. It pulls on a few feels.
Yeah, especially the part about his friend. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why he identified so much, and he lost his friend. So
Yeah, well, that's just it. There was you felt for him, right?
yeah,
It was no Captain Ron, but
exactly. No, he wasn't. But speaking of movies that, I mean, I don't know if you're interested, but I'm halfway through. Cruella is now free on Disney Plus, so
Is
I
it?
don't know. Emma Stone so far is doing a great job, so I don't know if that's something
I was never a
watch,
big
and then we review
101
next week.
Dalmatians fan. Like I'd never.
There's only 3 of those dogs in the movie, and they're not.
Yeah, but
cuddly at
even
all.
still, the
Okay.
story just didn't appeal to me. I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
No, I know. Well, they changed the story around actually quite a bit. Actually, there's a lot of it's pretty macabre, and there's death. No, it's not what I thought. It's definitely not the Mary Poppins version.
did we
Put it
lose
that
you?
way of what you're thinking. But I'm just saying it's on there for free, so And like
Maybe
I
I'll
said,
check
if
it
Margot
out.
Robbie ever checks out of Harley Quinn, Emma Stone can step up and take over the role, no problem. And I'm only halfway through.
No. So, what do you think of Titans this week?
Well, I have a question. So, are we going to find out how Barbara Gordon got in a wheelchair? Or was implied that the Joker did that to her? Because
Well, it was implied that the Joker did that to her.
oh, okay. So I'm wondering if we're ever gonna, because I kept forgetting to ask you last week, like, how did she get in the? I mean, we do see a flashback scene with her and Dick. How
Yeah,
they were,
well, that was supposed to have happened during the Killing Joke.
yeah, they were kind of. Well, she was a cat burglar, and she brought him in, and then of course Lady Vic shows up, the blonde-haired lady. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like while they were, I guess you could say, cheating on the dark side of life, that's when they met Lady Vic, and the whole fight came out, and her partner ended up dying, and then she holds those two responsible, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, like,
well, she actually killed. In a way, she killed her own boyfriend. Even though,
but she blames them because
yeah, exactly.
The thing is, like, I didn't realize this, is that actress playing Barbara Gordon is actually a real amputee.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Well, then how did they? Well, no, but how did they do the scenes? Oh, you mean she lost one leg? You mean type of thing? Oh, okay. So when she's walking in the scene, she's walking on her.
Probably a prosthetic.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, because like I saw that scene, and then you see her in the wheelchair, and there's only one leg there, and I'm like, wait.
Oh, was there? I didn't even notice that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
apparently she lost it in a car crash.
Oh,
I
could have sworn she had 2 feet when she's in that wheelchair.
Which is kind of a different kind of approach to Barbara Gordon, because Barbara Gordon never didn't lose a leg. She just became paralyzed from a bullet to the back.
Yeah.
From the Joker. So, and she actually eventually made a comeback as Batgirl. So, it's like, okay, this is a whole different aspect, because she ain't coming back. But then again, while the Titans were the Titans, she was not police commissioner either. So
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's playing. I guess in this case they're playing with an all. But then again, they've diverted their timeline way back when anyway. So. But,
yeah, you're right. Overall, I thought it was a good episode.
Little sibling rivalry.
Well, Jason, of course, is probably doing another big mistake and getting away from Crane by selling the drug.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a little bit of biting in the ass on that one. But again, like this is just coming to a big implosion. I think it's coming to a big implosion. Like we've got Red Hood and Scarecrow as the two main bads. And I'm wondering, is there going to be a war between Scarecrow and Red Hood, and does that going to the Titans have to stop both of them, and what's going to happen? It's kind of like, then you got Blackfire in there, and how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, she was funny. She walks up to Superboy. Okay, I'll take him. Send him my room.
Yeah, a little bit entitled, that one, isn't she?
Yeah.
When she throws the knife in. Nice throw. Catches it in midair. Taking hot stuff out of the oven.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Kryptonian doing the cooking. Don't need oven mitts.
Yeah, very hard to kill a Kryptonian.
Kryptonian half-breed.
Would have been better if she threw the knife and just bounced off him,
True.
Made that nice little ting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I said, it was a good episode.
And it's really weird. Tegan, though. I mean, we're 6 episodes in, and she hasn't. Is she in the show? I mean, I know she's looking.
Well, she's supposed to be.
But I know. But this is getting weird now that she hasn't even made an appearance, and they don't really mention her anymore. So I'm wondering if she had another deal like the actor that played Hank did, because he clearly was written out of the show because he's going to be starring in Jack Reacher. So when you're 6 on the call sheet and you're number 1, then they find a way to. I'm wondering if this is the same case with this actress, if she's filming another show right now, and this is how she asked to get out of it.
Because I have seen I've seen footage of her in the White Raven costume.
Yeah, so she probably comes near the end of this
probably
season. So
yeah,
maybe she's doing something like that.
And she's supposed to bring Donna Troy back with her, so.
Well, she went off to find a Lazarus pit. There's one in Gotham City.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, information I could have used yesterday. Well, not much has happened, like news-wise, other than I don't have much. We all know no new trailers. I mean, Amazon's Wheel of Time, but I know you're not into that.
Well, we did get the trailer for Red Notice.
Yeah. Gal Gadot, The Rock, and Ryan Reynolds.
Looks so fabulous.
The massive multi-million-dollar budget looks like they had there.
Yeah.
Action.
Now, the only little bit of news I saw today, something that because of the lawsuit with Scarlett Johansson and Disney, the Russos are not quite jumping on to another project yet.
Yeah, well, we're airing this on we taped this on a Friday, so Shang-Chi comes out, but that's a strict 45-day window, so they're not doing the Disney jump to streaming. So so we're if we don't see it in the theater, then we're gonna have to wait 45 days. I don't know if you've thought about seeing the theater or waiting. I don't know what your thoughts are.
I'm gonna wait. Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but what I read was because of all this that the Russos were. Because they were in talks actually to do either like Secret Wars or an X-Men or something like that for Marvel, but now they're kind of hesitant to jump on because they're like, oh, we got to protect ourselves.
We'll see.
I'm wondering how this is going to impact on Marvel overall. I mean,
Scarlett's clearly going to win this because Disney's fighting now to keep this private, but they want a public forum for it. So that's just. Overall, Disney's not going to look good, even if they win.
No. They want it to be public because that's where they win, right? Public opinion wins all.
Yeah,
especially these days.
Yeah. Disney's fighting to keep it private, but Scarlett's lawyers obviously want to. You've already called her out, telling she's insensitive and to everything going on. The fact that she's a woman, Disney really blew it. Whoever wrote that I don't know if it was a lawyer statement. That did that backfire on them?
Yeah, they should have just went, okay, yeah, how much? Sure, here you go, and just walked away.
Yeah,
smile and wave, walked away. Don't ruffle any more feathers. Just okay, yep. Obviously get everyone to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
That's right.
Because you don't want you don't want her going around going, hey, I got, and everybody else going, excuse me.
Oh yeah. It'll be something like that. Nice multi-million-dollar check.
Yeah.
Why not? She deserved it. Pay her.
Hey, she's
Black
original
Widow,
Avenger.
For God's sakes. Exactly.
And I mean, next to Robert Downey Jr., I think she was in the most movies, wasn't she?
Yeah, she came in the second one, right?
Second Iron Man.
Yeah.
And then...
So she's an OG.
Yeah.
Just pay her.
Yeah. So, anywho,
that's about it. All I got, sir. We'll wrap her up.
Yeah. No.
Put a bow on it.
Yeah. Move on to the long weekend.
Well,
when this
airs, the weekend's already over. Yeah.
Yeah. When you hear this, the weekend will be all over. But letting you know right now, we're going into the weekend like this.
Yeah. So there
you go. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. You can find us on social media, on Twitter @Bay Rejects, on Facebook @Butcher Bay Rejects, our website butcherbayrejects.com, and you can find us on all your podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Alexa TuneIn, Pandora, and iHeartRadio, as well as Spotify. I am Mark.
I'm Greg. See you next week, nerds.
This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. Enjoy. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.